Kami sangat berbahagia dapat memandu acara pada pagi hari ini di momen yang luar biasa ini. Izinkan saya untuk pagi hari ini, untuk membuka acara ini, kami akan memberikan satu buah pantun. Oke, sarapan pagi pakai ketan, sesudah itu mencuci baju. Dengan senang hati kami ucapkan, selamat bergabung Bapak dan Ibu. Silakan Alen.
Waduh, pantunnya hebat banget nih Pak. Nanti
Biar
Alen
semangat.
bales ya.
Ya,
Harus
nanti
Alen
ya.
bales ya,
Oke.
tapi nanti.
Oke,
Oke, tak
silakan.
lupa kami panjatkan puji dan syukur kepada Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, tepatnya pada hari ini, Rabu 25 Agustus 2021. Karena izinnya, kita semua dapat berkumpul dalam acara
Harcourts Indonesia Virtual Midyear Awards 2021. One Team Our Harcourts.
Yang terhormat CEO Harcourts Indonesia, Bapak Nandar Gunawan. Yang terhormat Bapak dan Ibu tamu undangan sponsorship yang sangat kami cintai. Bapak dan Ibu Prinsipal dan staf serta seluruh sales consultant Harcourts Indonesia.
Bapak dan Ibu, suatu prestasi dan pencapaian yang luar biasa sudah seharusnya diberikan penghargaan dan apresiasi setinggi-tingginya. Oleh karena itu, Harcourts Indonesia pada hari ini menggelar acara penyerahan penghargaan bagi rekan-rekan prinsipal, sales consultant, dan staf dari seluruh member Harcourts Indonesia yang telah menunjukkan prestasi yang luar biasa membanggakan.
Dan acara selanjutnya, kita akan mendengarkan sepatah dua kata dari CEO kita. Mari kita sambut Steve Caradut Davis. Halo Mr. Steve. Okay, the floor is yours.
Well, good day to our Harcourts family in Indonesia. I hope you can hear me. Selamat pagi. A warm welcome to you. It's my great pleasure to be able to speak to you for a few moments as you start your Midyear Awards. So Harcourts greetings from here in Brisbane, Australia. These certainly are challenging times that we live in, difficult times. And so I wanted to talk to you on the theme to stay strong in times of challenge. So how do we stay strong then when we face challenging times? Well, the first thing that we all need to do is to be really clear on our purpose, on our direction, on what we stand for and what we want to achieve in life. So perhaps you can answer this question for yourself. What makes you happy? What do you want to achieve in your life? And why are you in real estate? Why have you chosen real estate as your career? When you're really clear on your purpose, when you're clear on your why, then that is the motivation that we have to push on through challenge. Sometimes we can get knocked down. Things don't happen as we plan. Sometimes we have to deal with difficult circumstances, such as COVID-19 that you're all dealing with at the moment. But when your purpose is really clear in your mind and you know what direction you're pointing in, then that is the motivation to push on and to deal with any challenges that come your way. So once we've got our purpose really clear in our minds, we want to reflect on the past. And I love that picture on the screen there because everything that we've gone through in our lives before, from when we were little children, has all been training. It's been training for this moment in your life, in my life, to help us make the right decisions, to help us push through and achieve what we want to achieve. So, what have you learned in your life? What makes you happiest? When you perform at your best, what are your circumstances when you look back at your past? It's also good to understand what gets in the way of you being happy. What are the things that prevent you from performing well, from achieving what you want to achieve? And then it's so important when we have that clear in our mind that we know what are the circumstances that we want to create so that we can be happy and perform at our very best. And so it will be a really good exercise for all of us to do is to think back on our past, on all our learnings, what can we take from them to make sure that when we go into the future, we're setting ourselves up for success. So just to recap, have your purpose really clear in your mind, the direction you want to go in, why you've chosen real estate. and then all the learnings from the past, because that's our training for today, for this moment in time. Now, there's a lot happening around us in the world today. Some things we can't control. In fact, many things you and I just can't control. But we need to really focus, crystal clear focus, on what we can control. So ask yourself then, what can I control? What can you control? Is it your thoughts, your actions, your words, your body language? What can you control? Be really clear on those things. Also, understand what you can't control, because there's no point focusing on things that we have no control over. And so when we think about what we can control, try and figure out what are the things that give you the best chance for success in life and in business as well. What are the things that make you most happy that you can control? And so when we're clear on what we focus on, what we can control, then we make sure that our day, our week, our life is focused on the things that we can influence, that we can control. And that means we can be positive about it because it's in our hands to control. So how do we cope with the problems that we have to face around us? Well, in the days when we could travel on airplanes, not too long ago, you might have remembered the briefing from the cabin crew, where they say in the event of an emergency, an oxygen mask will fall from the panel above you. And they tell us, place it firmly over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Only once you have done that for yourself, must you then take care of the people next to you, maybe a child or an older person. Why did they tell us that? Why do they tell us to first put that oxygen mask over our nose and mouth? The answer is simple. If we haven't first made sure we're okay, if we haven't looked after ourselves, we can't help the person next to us. And the same is true in life. We must focus on ourselves and making sure we are in a good place, that we're looking after ourselves physically, mentally, and emotionally, because then we're in a position to help others as well. And so if we're looking after our mental and emotional and physical health, what are the things that we can do? Well, I'd encourage you, every single day, make a note of some of the things that you want to do. What are the things that you're grateful for, that you really appreciate? Maybe write them down in a diary or a journal. Imagine if you wrote one thing down every single day. Then think, who can you encourage? Who can you help? Maybe by phoning them, or if you're able to visit them, perhaps you could visit them. But think of somebody that you can encourage. Then think of somebody you can thank. Who are you grateful for that you can really thank for what they do? Thank one person every day. Exercise is really important. So we want to make sure we're doing a little bit of exercise every single day. I say a healthy body gives us a healthy mind. We want to get plenty of rest. We want to sleep well. You know, that's important to recharge. And then when we've taken care of our physical, mental, and emotional state, we want to also focus on 3 business tasks every day. 3 work tasks that will make a difference later. And so what could those work tasks be? We'll chat about that just now. So really important that we want to focus on what we can control. We want to look after ourselves and make sure that we're okay, because when we're okay, then we can help others. We can help the person next to us. And start with a simple list of things we can do every day. Things we can be grateful for, people we can thank, and business tasks that we can do. Just 3 of them. Now, it's important to know that we're not alone. Yes, there are many challenges, and people all over the world are going through challenging times. There's no question. We want to make sure that we don't try and keep things all bottled up inside ourselves. So find someone to talk to. Maybe they're a family member. Maybe they're a friend. Maybe there's somebody in your Harcourts office. Maybe they're a Harcourts corporate team member. Maybe they're your business owner. Find someone to talk to. It's so important. We can get some thoughts out of our head. Secondly, be that person for someone else. When somebody wants to talk to you, make time to listen. Switch off the cell phone and just focus on that person. Listen, let them get their thoughts out of their head and be there to support them. And sometimes when things are tough and things are happening around us that we can't control, that might even be frightening, we want to just make sure we focus on that purpose, our purpose. Remember what makes us happy? Why are we in real estate? It's that purpose. It's that clarity of knowing why we're here and what we want to do that will help us to push on through difficult times. Now, along the way, there will be many small successes, wins. We want to focus on those wins, whether it's some really beautiful food that we eat, or a good call we had with somebody, or something we managed to achieve in our business for the day. Whatever it might be, focus on those little wins and celebrate them along the way. Today, we focus on a big win. You're going to celebrate your achievements over the last while. It's really good to focus on the success as well. And then we also want to reflect on what we are grateful for. Remember, we said a moment ago, write down something every day that we appreciate. Or maybe after 1 or 2 months, we look back at the list and we see 30, 40, 50 things that we're grateful for. It's so important to keep our mind focused on positive things, things that we are grateful for. Now, there are many things that we'll want to achieve in life. And sometimes, because of circumstances like COVID-19 or lockdown, we have a plan, we have to adapt, and that's okay. And we don't want to stress about too far into the future, because we don't know what will happen in 6 months' time or even 3 months' time. Now, business is all about relationships. I'm sure you'll agree. Think about your clients that you've had before. When they trust you and they like you, well, they want to do business with you. And when we deliver a great experience to our clients, we make friends. Many of my old clients are really good friends of mine today. So how can you and I build relationships so that one day in the future we can take our business forward? So think about that. Because of the times we live in, wouldn't our clients appreciate a phone call from us just to check in to see how they're doing? So let's make sure we focus on building relationships. Also, what are the other little things we can do? Maybe we can improve some skills. Maybe it's a listing presentation, or how to overcome objections, or how to listen better, or how to understand people better. So I focus on what are the skills that we can work on improving. Now, if you see that picture on your screen, that staircase, maybe some of you live in a house on 2 levels or more. We don't run from the ground floor to the first floor in one jump. We'd fall and we'd hurt ourselves. No, we take the stairs one at a time. And so we want to focus on that every day. Challenges, goals, little tasks, one step at a time to take us forward to our goals. And so I'd ask you to think about, what are the opportunities? What are the opportunities you can take, and what are the steps you can take today so that you can be successful in business tomorrow? That means we'll have a plan. Like I said, we don't have to think about 12 months. Just think about the next 4 weeks. What is your plan? What are we going to do? What relationships do we want to build? And then just take them one step at a time, one step at a time. There's a lovely saying, and it is, do a little, a lot. So we want to do many little things every day, like walking up those steps. And we will find one day when we look down at the journey we've traveled, how far we've come. In fact, why don't you do that for a moment? Just think about where you are today. Think about where you've come, what you've achieved, what you're proud of. Your success is made up of many small steps that have got you to where you are today. So focus on those little steps into the future. Things that you can do every day to get you closer to your goals, and work on building relationships. At the end of the day, relationships are the most important thing. Yes, we need to earn a living, we need to pay the bills, absolutely. But if we're not building relationships, there's nothing left at the end of the day. So I just wanted to share that positive thought with you about what we can focus on the goals that we can have, and looking after ourselves in these challenging times. Now, this year, our theme, as you know, is One Team, Our Harcourts. It's my Harcourts, it's your Harcourts. I want you to know in Indonesia that you are not alone. Not only are you part of a Harcourts Indonesia team with a great corporate team and a great leader in Nanda, but you're part of Harcourts' worldwide team. And we want you to know that we are thinking about you and we support you and we're here to help you in any way that we can. So knowing that you're supported and knowing that you're in our thoughts should help you to be positive. Also, today you're here to celebrate, and it's so important that you do that. Celebrate your achievements, celebrate your successes. And I would just like to congratulate all of you who've achieved wonderful things over the last 6 months or so. And even though times are challenging, I want to encourage you to stay positive and stay focused on what you can control. Remember to have your purpose in front of you. Why are you here? Why are you in real estate? Remember to focus on what you can control, not what you can't control. Remember to take care of yourself with that oxygen mask and make sure mentally, emotionally, and physically you are looked after. Make a list of things to do every day, small things, to focus on being positive, on being thankful, on listening to others, helping others, and to build relationships as well. So I want to encourage you to stay focused, to stay together, and to stay strong. Please accept our warm Harcourts greetings to all of you. And remember that we are one team, we are Harcourts, and together we can do more. Enjoy the rest of your awards. Take care, everyone, and I really do hope to see you soon. Take care.